Never been in a relationship. Can anyone offer advice, please? TL, DR, I, 20F, have a fairly well-rounded life and take care of my appearance, yet have never been in an official relationship and have barely ever been pursued by boys. I've never been kissed and have never been asked on a date. Any advice as to why? Long post ahead. I'm sorry. This is a long rant. But thank you truly to anyone who reads this through and replies. I'm feeling very lonely and hopeless about ever feeling loved right now, and any words anyone could offer is infinitely appreciated. I am a 20-year-old woman, and I have never been in an official or long-term relationship. I've had a few guys like me before, but I was either a kid at the time or didn't reciprocate the feelings. I had a 3-day relationship in my first year of high school LMAO, but he broke up because he had too much going on in his life at the time. I remember the elated excitement and thrill of having my crush like me back, wanting me just as much as I wanted him. We hugged and held hands. That's the farthest I've ever gotten with anyone. But since then I've never had anyone I seriously like me back. Most people I know are in, or have at least had one serious relationship. I see everyone I know post relationship pictures on Instagram, and it's very upsetting sometimes. I've liked multiple people who didn't like me back. I have 2 close friends and still occasionally hang with many old friends from high school and even elementary school. I get along well with my coworkers and like a lot of them, and that's actually where I made my 2 recent best friends. I may not be hang out outside of work, friends with many of my coworkers, but we all chat and have fun together at work. So I can't be that dislikable. I know I can be awkward sometimes, but I think I've gotten much better at conversations and small talk over the years. COVID kind of diminished my social skills for a while. I always try to put myself out there, ask people about their lives, get to know them, and let people know if I want to hang out with them. I try to show people in my life I care about them. I've had a job at the same restaurant for a year. I work out, I'm thin, I try to dress well, try to always smell nice, and wear jewelry. I have hobbies. I like to read and draw. I do well in school. I'm an RA in a lab at my university, and I get along with the people there too, and I've made a friend there as well. I think I overall have a well-rounded life. But I've never been pursued by boys, barely at all. Maybe I'm just ugly. My face is pretty uneven. So is my body. Although I think that while there are many girls way more attractive than me, I think I could at least call myself average. I can look nice. I can say that I didn't know how to dress for my body type for a long time during my teen years, which may have been the reason, although I still got a boyfriend like this for 3 days who liked me before I did. I think I dress better now. I did get approached last semester by a boy who asked my number and never texted me LOL. I wondered if he was just dared. But what's worse is I've never found someone I built a connection with to like me as much as I liked them, or found someone whose shoulder I can lean on. I feel like I'm the initiator in all my relationships in life, and if I stopped putting in effort there would be very few people who actually still talk to me, and I'd rarely get asked to hang out. Basically, most relationships in my life are, I'll enjoy your company if our paths happen to cross, and I'm fine with the state of many of these relationships. It's just how life works and I'm satisfied with them generally. But most people do not try to see me outside of work or school, and even many old friends do not ever reach out to hang, although they enthusiastically agree to hang out when I ask and we have a great time. I feel generally liked, but not deeply loved or wanted or valued, by my standards, by most. I want to be desired, wanted. I want someone to take the initiative and ask me out. I want a guy to tell me he thinks I'm pretty. I want someone, especially a guy, to try and get to know me. For once, instead of the other way around. I've never been kissed, never been asked out on a date. I feel unwanted, like I'm doing something wrong, like everybody's got some secret about finding love that I'm just left out of. I want to be in love with someone who's in love with me to the same degree, someone who wants to be near me, kiss me, hold me, spend time with me, and fight to keep me in his life. Duh, people get married. But when you think about it, it's actually fucking insane. You're telling me someone actually likes and cares about you enough to want to spend the rest of their life with you? It's inconceivable to me. I can't even imagine someone wanting me enough to ask me on a date. Nobody gives me the time. Nobody's truly cared about me or tried to initiate anything with me like I have with other people. And it's devastating. And I'm not afraid to approach guys or be the initiator. If I like a guy, I try to be friends with him, I try to be subtle, but also let him know I clearly enjoy his company. So my issue clearly doesn't lay in my social efforts or self-work, unless my methods are the issue, or my looks hinder my chances. I know I'm young and you'll say I've got a lot of time, but you don't know what it's like to have never been kissed or called beautiful or asked on a date, or to feel like someone deeply cares about you, to reach out and pull you in for a kiss, to say they missed you, that they want to see you, and to feel like you can truly open up to them and be completely vulnerable, especially when most of your friends have all dated or are in relationships. I've prayed for years for any romance at all, to be told what I'm doing wrong, to have one romance even if it's temporary, and I've received nothing. I've dealt with a lot of loneliness in my life, and so it's hard to believe after years of radio silence that actual love is possible, that anything but isolation is the fate I'm bound to. I don't let these feelings consume me, and most of the time I forget them because I keep productive and social, but sometimes the void of loneliness comes creeping back, and I drown in it. I know that's just life, it's unfair, and that other than love, I've been very, very lucky in life and have a wealth of opportunities around me. I try to be grateful for that, but I don't want to die without ever having been loved, or even just desired temporarily. At this point, it feels like I'll die alone though, haha. At this point, it doesn't even have to be love. That a guy would even try to go out on dates with me for a month, just for something casual, would be a miracle at this point. What am I doing wrong? Can anyone relate? Does anyone know how to better manage loneliness when you've always been alone? I feel like I'll go off the deep end one day if I never get loved. It's not like I haven't before. I'm just mentally stable at this point in life. But if something goes wrong again? Haha, I don't know that I'll survive it.